Hey guys, welcome to Atari Series 7, and I'm reviewing this, which is Marvel Studios, the first 10 years, the Legend series, Iron Man 2008, Tony Stark and Iron Man Mark 1 2-pack, so it's pretty cool. We have Marvel Studios, the first 10 years up here, we have Legend series, I believe this is a Walmart exclusive. We have a nice clear view of them in box. We have Tony Stark and Iron Man Mark 1 written there. We also have the Iron Man helmet, which is really cool. And on the side, we have Marvel Studios Iron Man, the logo for the first films. That's pretty neat. This is the first Marvel Cinematic Universe movie, which you probably know. At least it's based on that. And it's really the movie that kicked off the MCU, so it makes sense that they would do something for it. Over here, we have a bio for Tony Stark and the movie. And on this side, we have Marvel Studios the first 10 years. This is set number 1, 2008. We have the Iron Man poster. I remember that poster. That was a pretty cool poster, actually. And then over here, we have a bio for the Mark 1 and for Tony Stark. And something that's kind of weird, too, is like if you notice the top of the box here, they've kind of changed the design on the tin a little bit. Like on the other boxes, it's kind of like filled out more, so I don't know if this is like special because it's the first set or what, but it's just something I want to point out. So yeah, let's open this up. So here we have Tony Stark, and pretty cool. I like that they're doing an action figure of Tony, since he's kind of like been one of the major characters of the MCU. Really kicked it off. He kind of deserves his own action figure for a film, which is pretty cool. And I like the designs on his face. It's very similar to the head sculpt for Civil War, and it might be the same one, just instead of painting on, they did like the face scan technology, and I think it looks pretty good. I like the designs on the hair and the face and the goatee. All of that looks really nice. You can definitely tell it's Robert Downey Jr. and they did a really good job with that. You can also see he has this kind of like dark blue tie and it looks pretty cool. I do think this is the Phil Coulson body, and I think we've seen this before in a couple different figures, but I don't mind because he does wear suits and it makes sense. And the design of it is really nice too. It's kind of like this navy blue and it's just really cool, and you can kind of see these creases on it too, which is cool, and you can kind of see these buttons. So it's got some nice detailings there, like the silver on the belt. That's pretty cool. Nicely detailed. And then you can see the designs on the pants, which is mostly the same, but again, more of the crease and the wrinkle and the shoes. The shoes are really nice. I like the shoes, actually. So, yeah, pretty cool. In terms of articulation, you have 360 at the head. You can look up and down. You have 360 at the arms. They swing out the shoulder. There's a 360 there. Double jointed elbows. You have a 360 at the wrist, but they're kind of stiff, but they're on hinges. You have 360 at the torso, an ab crunch. The legs come forwards, backwards, and outwards. You have 360 at the thigh, double jointed knees, and the feet are kind of like on ankle rockers. Are they? Sort of. They can rotate, which is pretty good. But yeah. Oh, sorry about that. Thought I had paused, but anyways, here's a comparison with the unmasked Tony Stark head from the Civil War pre-pack. As you can see, it's very similar, just the heads are different because this is painted on and this is the face scan technology, and I think they both look really good, kind of like the new one a little bit more, but yeah, they did a really good job with these. And moving on to the Mark 1 Iron Man. So here we have the Mark 1, which is the first suit that Tony wears in the film. It's also the first suit, you know, I mean, in general, well, not in general, but like just, you know, like comic book wise, this was the kind of the suit he had in the comics. It was a little bit different, but you know, it kind of looks like this. And I always thought they did a good job at capturing the look of the first suit in the movie. I thought that was pretty cool how they did that. And yeah, it's represented very well here. You can kind of see it's got this like a brownish kind of like rusted look to it, and it's really nice. It's just kind of like a little kind of rinse or coat on it, and it looks pretty good. I like the designs on the face. They look nice, and you can just kind of see it over the suit, and here we have like the little words there, which is cool. The arc reactor, more of that rust design on the shoulders and stuff, and back here you kind of have like the engine parts. I always thought this was really cool, like how it's like a little motor, and then you can see some of the design of the yellow, and then over here's where I believe it shoots the flames, or you know, it kind of looks like a canister for the flames. Actually, I think this one's the flamethrower, but still, that's pretty neat. And again, I like these kind of like little rubbery, well, not rubber, but it's supposed to kind of like be like that, and it's pretty cool. I also like how the gloves are there, and you can see their gloves, and it's got some really nice detailing. And then again, more of the rust and more of just like, you can definitely tell that this was a suit that was thrown together and like made in a cave, and that's definitely what it's supposed to be, what they're going for. They did a really good job with that. I do think this was actually a figure that they released for the original Iron Man movie line. I'm not completely sure about that. Just, it's been repainted, I think, but I think the paint on this is really nice and really cool, and it's definitely nice to have the Mark I in the Legends series. And yeah, in terms of articulation, the head, I think it rotates, but mine's really stiff. The arms do rotate 360, they swing out the shoulder, there's bendability at the elbow, and they rotate. The wrist do not have any articulation, but that's okay. There's a 360 at the torso, the legs come forwards, backwards, and outwards. You have bendability at the knee, and the thighs rotate. I did not know that, so that's actually pretty cool. And then the feet also kind of move a little bit, so that's pretty good in terms of articulation. You also get this flame accessory, which is what really makes me think this was a part of the original Iron Man movie line, because there's not really much of a reason to have included this, but I do think it's really cool, so that's what kind of makes me think it was a part of that. But still, it's pretty neat, and you just kind of like push in on it, and it shoots. Or if you want, you can like pull it back through the back there if you want to kind of like do that, but I always found it really hard to do that, so I'm just gonna like whoosh. And yeah, that's pretty cool. So I do like that they also included that accessory. So yeah, overall I think this is a great set. It's pretty cool. And thanks for watching. And please rate, like, and subscribe.